Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Unlocking You 2.0. We're here Friday evening. I was driving all day. So, Balwinder Marwaha, your transformational leadership coach in Vancouver, British Columbia today, in my car or rental car, alongside with certified emotion code body code practitioner Spencer Bonin. We're here this week talking about burnout. And today is all about really focusing on the positivity and being positive that can truly help you prevent burnout. So to start off with, Spencer's going to talk about, the subconscious side and really what it all means when it comes to being burnt out or on the edge or over the edge for that matter.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, it's awesome. You're in my neck of the woods now. So we're gonna hang out and this weekend it's gonna be great. Anyways, it's been forever. So
Yes.
aside from that, and aside from our amazing reunion, um so why this burnout and why focusing on the positive is so important and how the body code and the emotion code really plays a role. Because quite frankly, one of the main reasons why we're so negative is because we have trapped emotions, because we have this negative pent up energy in our body that's stuck there, that is constantly, it's like it's just hanging out, and it's like a piece of us, and it's just very, very simple for the little thing just to kind of start vibrating in that frequency, and then boom, it's like all of the rest of us gets translated into that vibrational frequency. So it's that much easier to get pulled in that direction. So that's why the motion code and the body code or any kind of energy healing modality is so vitally important that, a lot of people really don't know about, maybe think it's foo-foo or whatever, but it really is so vitally important. Because if we can extract those little trapped emotions that are just wreaking havoc on our life, that are causing us to constantly be swayed and pulled towards that negative side of the spectrum, we're just, if we can release that, it puts us way ahead. Like I said before, instead of walking across, from a destination to a destination, you can literally take a flight. The other thing I wanted to talk about specifically with emotion code and body code is, and this is a little bit contradictory, but at the same time, not really. So negative stuff, yes, it sucks being stuck there. Absolutely. But what's really, really awesome about negative is that we can look at the negative and we can find out exactly what we want from the negative, because we know and we can clearly define what we don't want. And what's really cool with the emotion and body code is you can look at the negative thing, and let's just say you're someone who wants more dates or something like that, and you're like, you know what, I really want more dates, or man, I hate how I don't have any dates, I'm not getting any matches on these things. Well, that's what you don't want. Let's flip it. What do you want? Oh, well, I want more dates and I want more matches. You know what I mean? So you can take these things, take that negative and birth the positive out of it, and then basically turn your back to the negative aspect and then focus on that positive aspect. And then let's do a session. And then let's clear those energetic whatever imbalances there are there that are causing you to get stuck and pulled in that direction. Let's get that out of there and help changing and shifting that around. So that's really, really going to be a massive part about staying positive instead of negative. So that's what I'd have to say there. What would you say as far as the conscious side goes there, Bally?
I really like what you said there, Spencer, is sometimes, knowing and realizing what the negative is, if you haven't been in a rainstorm, you won't enjoy the sunshine, and it's very much so, is that sometimes you do have to experience the negative to really value the positive.
Yeah.
And so that's, how many times have you come home or come from a really hard day at work or a hard day at school or wherever it may be, and you get home and it's like you get rained on at home, and you're already like done, but then something negative happens, or somebody says something negative that really affects you. So here's what I want you to do, and here's some ways you can focus on the positive. Number one, stay away from negative people. My light shut off for me. Let me turn this back on. Okay, we're gonna have to do with some side light here.
That's fine. We're fine.
Stay away from negative people. And when you've had a bad day, try not to reach out to those people. Now, sometimes that environment, maybe it's a roommate, you can't control it, and they're negative, and there's nothing you can do about that. So what you want to do is really just um, keep your space, or maybe you've had a rough day. Take some time for yourself before you go home. If you want to stop and sit down at a coffee shop, maybe just sit in your car for 10 minutes with some silence, get yourself into a positive mood or change that shift. Now, here's one other thing I want you to do. If you're ever totally burnt out, done, on the edge, you're just about to explode, I want you to have your emergency list. Okay? This emergency list should be handy. Write it on a small piece of paper, keep it in your wallet, keep it in your purse, but you should always have this, or keep it on your phone. And what this emergency list is it's a list of all your accomplishments that you've ever had in your life. Things that you've achieved and done well in your life. Whether they're big or small, it doesn't matter. Write them down. It could be as little as, hey, I aced an exam once in grade 8. You know what? That's an achievement, because I bet you there was, 25 other kids in that class that didn't ace it. So whatever it may be, you write down all your achievements, all your big wins on that piece of paper. Here's the catch, is I want you to add to them regularly. Anytime something big happens, even if it's a small win, it doesn't matter. Write it down, add it to your list. And the day you're burnt out, and the day you're really, really on edge, or the day the world is coming to an end for you, you're going to pull out that list and you're going to look at it. And it's going to remind you of all the good times and the good things that have happened in your life. And if you're not sure what to put on that list, or you're having a hard time, call me up, because I could easily help you find so many things that will work for you on that list, that will help you look and find the positive things in your life. So with that, that's all I have to say about finding the positive. It's, you asked me, it's really easy to do. Sometimes it's challenging in situations and times you're in. And if you're in one of those situations and times right now where you're finding it hard to find the positive, find me. Send me a message on Facebook, find Spencer, send him a message. We will help you. This is what we're here for. With that, Spencer, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, there's nothing else I really like to add about with that. I think you pretty much summed that up really, really well. The only other, I guess, exercise, which is very commonly talked about, is, just, I guess I do have something to add then. The only thing would be is just not only just maybe like a list of, those accomplishments, but you can also have a list of maybe positive affirmations, or have a little list and a pencil with you, and maybe just start writing out a little list of things that you're grateful for, or just kind of starting to go through your head and play the little grateful game. I'm thankful for this, I'm thankful for that. And then after a couple minutes of doing this thing, it just really starts to spiral you in that positive momentum. And sometimes I know, and I know how challenging it can be, but if you stick to the course and kind of maybe take some time to do that, it can be very, very helpful. But aside from that, if this is you, if you feel like you do have a hard time with that, or if you're in that position right now, text us, message us. Let's set up a session for you. Let's set up a call or coaching call for you. Let's get that done, and let's get that set up. Aside from that, if you want to find out more about what Bally and I do here, where we're kind of combining the conscious and the subconscious together, you can check out this website, leadyourideallife.com. It's amazing. It really shows you how we're combining the two things and what we're really all about, and how we're kind of living our basically dream life. Doing what we love to do, teaching people how to, live better lives, releasing trapped emotions, leading them the way, how they want to go throughout their whole life, and really setting them up for the future. And speaking of setting up for the future, we also have this incredible webinar every single Thursday night. This last Thursday, we sold out. It was nuts. It was unreal. We still have some spots coming up next time, or we also have the replay available if you're interested in that as well. It's only up for a couple more days as far as I know, but it's www.2020recoverymanual.com, because let's face it, 2020 has been a little bit of an interesting year so far. So if you're kind of wondering, how do I get out of this? What can I do to recover? How can I increase my finances? How can I make my relationships better? How can I solve these challenges that I'm going through this whole time? Check out this webinar, message us, let us know, check out that website, get yourself registered, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna want to grab a pen and paper because there's amazing stuff in there. So aside from that, that's everything we have for you today. I hope you guys have, if you're in Canada, have yourselves a fantastic Thanksgiving weekend. Aside from that, US people, and that's down the road, so we'll get to you later. But other than that, have yourselves a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.